Hi, welcome to my channel for the kids' sake. Does teaching your child how to read look like this?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I don't know.
You're putting in all the work, but you still see zero progress? If you're stuck, this is exactly why we should stop starting with phonics. So we are stopping the ABC drills and focusing on 3 factors that actually make reading click. You likely clicked on this video for one of 2 reasons. You have started teaching your child how to read using phonics and you're wondering, why should I stop? I mean, all the experts around say when you want to teach your children to read, start with phonics. That's 1. 2. You have started using phonics and you realize that, hey, my child isn't getting the grasp of how to read. I've taught him every letter that there is, I've taught him every sound. Why is it not working? Some children do learn how to read effortlessly with the help of phonics, while others might not. Some don't even need the structure. Some can just read, and in the end, eventually, they will learn how to kind of decode the words on their own. And isn't that how we honestly learn how to read? We never learn through phonics. People, the generation, okay, I'm giving away too much of my age. But what I would like to share with all of you here today is through my 10 over years of experience in the early childhood sector, I have seen how having too much emphasis on phonics actually doesn't help a child learn how to read. It's not the most effective way. There are a lot of other factors that actually play just as important a role as phonics when it comes to learning how to read. Are you ready to hear what are the 3 other factors that are just as important as phonics? Let's go! The 3 factors that are just as important as phonics are comprehension, phonological awareness, and motivation. Number 1, comprehension. What is comprehension? Comprehension is basically your child's ability to understand the print that they're reading, the language that they're reading. According to literacy experts, reading is a constant interaction to the print on the page and the words that they already have in their head. So if a child knows more words, they are more likely to read fluently. Let me give you an example. When I give the children the word PIG versus the word FIG and I get the children to sound it out and read it, very often the children will get how to read pig more than the word fig. The reason is simple. It's comprehension. Because when a child is trying to sound out those letters, they are connecting it to the words that they already know in their head. And most of us in Singapore, I'm very sure, might not have even eaten a fig or much less seen a fig. Whereas pigs, as much as we don't see it live, we hear of it in stories, we hear of it when educators talk about what animals are on the farm. So very often children are able to read the word pig effortlessly. This is an example of my son reading a new word which he has not heard before.
That was orange.
So what is happening here? My son already knows the word snoring. And when he sounds out the beginning sound of the word snorting, his brain connects it to the vocabulary he already owns. And that is why he reads the word snorting as snoring. This is why building comprehension before we drill phonics is very important. So the OR makes the O sound, so it's
Snorting.
Say it together.
Snorting.
Yeah, snorting is like
Z.
in order to help comprehension, explain and expand. So if it's the word snorting, for example, explain what it means and give an example and show your child what snorting can look like. What phonological awareness is a child's ability to listen to the sounds in words and eventually be able to manipulate those sounds. When using phonics to teach reading, we sometimes focus too much on those individual letters. There are many tiers to a phonological ladder, but that is a video for another time. For today's video, let's try out Beginning sound matchup.
What's the first sound?
Tai.
Here is a game to help your child realize that words aren't just one big sound. Draw a few images that share the same beginning sound and have your child find the matches. Here, my son is looking for a picture that starts with the t sound.
Butterfly.
Butter.
Oh, you hear the t sound?
Yeah.
But what's the starting sound?
Oh yeah, I need the first sound.
Through this game, my son realized that words are made of different parts. This will help him when he begins to read because he would know how to break words apart. The last factor that is undoubtedly the most important factor is motivation. Does this sound familiar? I've heard that struggle for my own kids and the many that I've taught. Now compare that frustrating reading experience to this one.
He has terrible task and terrible jaw. No, and terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws.
Notice the difference? He's much more engaged. And the secret is simply because he's motivated by the book that he's chosen. When we lead with the child's interests, the struggle disappears. Motivation should be fueled by your child's curiosity. When they are interested in something, you would see their motivation to want to learn is a lot more innate, is a lot more spontaneous. So instead of reading a book all the time to feed motivation, try this. Feed into your child's interests.
Fluffy slime.
Here, my boys really wanted to make slime. So instead of a reading practice session, they were reading the instructions on the box. They weren't reading because they had to, they were reading because they wanted to. When the purpose for the child is big enough, that why, that curiosity is big enough, you would soon see that the child will be picking up those items to read rather than you having to say, okay, it's time for reading. Let's read this book at this time. So we have come to the end of my very first video. Let's recap the 3 factors that actually help your child to read just as much as phonics does. The first one being comprehension. What does comprehension mean? It basically means connecting the print to the understanding of the words that they already know. So phonological awareness is about listening and training the ears to hear the parts of the sounds in words, which is just as important as phonics. Lastly, motivation. If you are more motivated to do something, you are more than likely to learn it at a faster rate. Thanks for watching For the Kids' Sake. Hit the subscribe button here, there. I don't exactly know where it is, but do subscribe so that you don't miss part 2 of this video. I'll see you in the next one.